Secret side effects of drinking coffee, says science. Some Joe can accomplish something beyond give you a shock of energy. For most espresso consumers, a day without a cup of Joe is basically incomprehensible. Pouring some today mix is an everyday custom that gives espresso consumers an increase in both mental and actual energy to confront the day. In spite of normal admonitions about the well-being results of drinking an excess of espresso or caffeine, there's reverberating proof that the perfect measure of espresso might decrease the danger for some persistent conditions and add a long time to your life. As quite possibly the most generally delighted in refreshments on the planet, espresso has been read widely for quite a long time. Espresso is a mind-boggling drink that gives in excess of 1,000 plant-based bioactive mixtures, including cell reinforcements, polyphenols, unsaturated fats, and caffeine. Together, these mixtures give critical medical advantages. An audit of the espresso considers distributed in the New England Journal of Medicine uncovered that espresso can work on cardiovascular well-being, insulin opposition, gallstones, certain malignant growths, and surprisingly liver and emotional well-being. Caffeine is a notable energizer, and some 80% of the caffeine in a normal. Many of the advantages we anticipate from espresso are from its caffeine. Caffeine is the thing that helps wake us up, expands energy, further develops focus, and assists us with practicing longer and harder. As per the dietary guidelines for Americans, around 400 milligrams of caffeine each day is viewed as a solid measure of caffeine, and that is equivalent to around 4 cups of espresso daily. It might add a very long time to your life. One of the milestone examines distributed in the diary circulation tracked down that the individuals who drank 1 to 5 cups of espresso each day had longer life expectancies, contrasted with the individuals who detailed drinking practically no espresso. Indeed, the specialists detailed that drinking 1 to 3 cups of espresso each day was related with a 15% decrease in hazard of kicking the bucket. There are many reasons why espresso might add a long time to your life, yet the analysts accept that the cell reinforcements, caffeine, and other bioactive mixtures in espresso assist with further developing blood glucose levels and cardiovascular well-being. While up to 4 cups might be ideal, there are considers that do propose that hefty espresso utilization might be related with an expanded danger of biting the dust. It works in your temperament. There's a motivation behind why you feel firmly better get-together's first mug of espresso. Studies show that the caffeine that espresso gives livens up your temperament. In an investigation distributed in the Archives of Internal Medicine, Harvard analysts concentrated in excess of 50,000 moderately aged ladies and announced that the individuals who drink the most espresso are less inclined to experience the ill effects of clinical melancholy. In another examination, distributed in the Journal of Affective Disorders, researchers concentrated in excess of 80,000 subjects and reasoned that ordinary and moderate caffeine admission probably decreases discouragement among ladies. All things considered, different investigations have connected inordinate espresso admission with sorrow. However, specialists accept that it is reasonable different practices that are connected. It might help ensure against Parkinson's disease. As indicated by Parkinson's Foundation, espresso utilization has been recommended to assume a defensive part in fostering Parkinson's disease. A critical number of enormous, populace-based investigations tracing all the way back to 1968 report a converse portion-responsive connection between espresso utilization and the danger of fostering Parkinson's disease. Researchers have as of late gained ground in deciding how espresso assists with securing the mind against the incapacitating illness. Ongoing investigations have recommended that the caffeine and unsaturated fat in espresso might cooperate to assist with shielding neurons in the cerebrum from a portion of the trademark pointers of Parkinson's disease. It goes about as an exhibition enhancer. As most games dietitians will bear witness to, espresso is one of their most loved go-to execution enhancers. When burned through at ordinary sums, it is as of now not restricted by the International Olympic Committee, and there is huge arrangement that caffeine helps increment force, speed, and exactness of sports that last somewhere in the range of 60 seconds to a few hours. At the point when espresso is delighted in before workout, it invigorates the focal sensory system and epinephrine to give an eruption of energy, decrease torment receptors, and expands fat consuming so the muscles can consume more fat as fuel. In an audit of a few examinations about caffeine and execution, the scientists inferred that caffeine supports practice execution by a normal of 11.2%. It might secure against Alzheimer's disease. There are a few investigations that recommend espresso consumers might have a diminished danger for fostering Alzheimer's disease. In one audit study distributed in Neurological Research, specialists revealed that espresso utilization is contrarily connected with hazard for Alzheimer's infection. Espresso consumers encountered a 30% decrease in hazard for growing AD contrasted with the individuals who didn't drink espresso. In a creature model investigation distributed in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, espresso gave to rodents AD secured against cognitive decline. It assisted with keeping up with memory and really seems to assist with switching a few impacts of AD in a creature model. While more examination is expected to show these advantages in people, there has all the earmarks of being little disadvantage of savoring espresso control for its potential medical advantages.